The skill I'm gonna try to trade is the burning satellite. It's a modded skill. Let me go to the lab. Alright, so this is the skill I'm gonna try to trade. And if this works, this will be a way for modded skills to be traded. But with this method, it's also replacing, well, I actually replaced the skill to make this one. This is usually where the firestorm would be at. Instead of making a whole entirely new skill, this is a work in progress test of this skill. I have another version of this, but this one, the one that I have now, is the one that overwrites the actual skill. But you know, this is a test, so let's see. Oh damn, I think I gotta go back and set. Alright, got it up now. Oh, okay. Says I'm ready, okay. Alright. Yep, so on my YouTube, I showcased this skill a couple of times, like little sneak peeks. I run tests on highway just to see its distance. You know, I programmed the AI to just stand there and dodge immediately to see if it's dodgeable. And for cartwheelers, you can dodge it. I haven't had the test with jumpers, but yeah, it is dodgeable. So every move is dodgeable in this game. But yeah. And this skill, you have to go back and watch the video. This skill can go through the ceiling, so if you bring this in pano, it will shoot through the ceiling and go all the way to the ground. Okay, Zan is ready. Go ahead and put the trade up now. Confirm. Yes, trade the skill. Items for trading. Waiting for client participation. Also, by the way, this was Kanye's idea to trade a modded skill. Is asking to trade, proceed. Here we go. So on the other end, we'll see if it will be the burning satellite modded skill, or will it be the skill that I overwrite to create this skill, which was a firestorm, and I added variations from killer satellite to change the accuracy of the rain move. Yep, what school? It should be nature. It came from nature, but you know, I wanted to make it I wanted to kind of create my own just version of a school. And it is firestorm. Dang, yep. So when trading modded skills, it will not work unless you have the files, I'm assuming. And Zan is playing on PC, I think. Firestorm. Are you on PC? Yep, Zan's on PC. Okay, so Yeah, so just from this test, what just happened, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that both players need to have the actual modded files or extension, because that's the plan, is to use an extension for the game. So when it loads up, it can have all those. Can you use modded skills in an online match? Yes. Actually, dang, I didn't want to turn this into like a mod stream, but this was a test. But that is something I'm gonna schedule and test out later. Is just modded skills in a lobby. But the test on that would be to see if it's gonna crash out when using a modded skill, or will it continue like nothing happened. But this was just a test on PC, so I'm assuming for the Xbox 2 you're gonna need the same files. It's a lot easier with XKai just because they have that little port. But for PC, yeah, we gotta get the extension added on so that we can do that. But yeah, that was a interesting test. Dang, that would have been so cool if it worked too. I'll go back to the campaign. And as for the cool, at least we know. Yes, as for the animation, it could be possible for me to do the same thing if I go about the same way I did with the 4 and 5 school arsenals. In other words, instead of creating mods by rewriting and adding in new files, if I use the files that's already in this game, I should be able to create a skill without adding nothing new in it by just taking parts of other skills together to make a skill, and then try to trade that, because it's still the same data. It's nothing new. Because the 4 and 5 school arsenals were not new, they were just not accessible. I wish there was an Xbox emulator. There is an Xbox emulator, but I have not been able to get that mug to run. I've seen a video on YouTube of somebody actually running Phantom Dust on an Xbox emulator. I downloaded that same one. It didn't work for me. Even though I have the original files, it still didn't work. Maybe I did something wrong, but if we all can get that emulator to work, then it'd be crazy. Like, that's a guaranteed mod session. Like, I do so much with that. But here's the arsenal. I don't want to show these off. I was trying to go to this one. This is the skill right here. Burning satellite. Yeah, but y'all have to refer to my other videos to see exactly what this skill does in gameplay. Yeah, I also have a arsenal full of, let me see. Yeah, I'm still filling up all the skills and just getting everything. I got them ordered. But the ones that I have so far, all of those have been tested where I can replace those and just do whatever to it. The other ones, yeah, it does go up to 393 in the actual game, but the other skill set is like a whole variation of, I think, over 200, like 200 extra skill slots. But in actual game, there's 393. We don't see the other 20 something in the stock mode, but those variety of the campaign skills, boss skills, debris, trash, etc., stuff like that, those are actually skills. The floating objects y'all see, even the what is that called? The benches, all the breakable stuff, those are actually skills. It's crazy to say, but those are skills. They're just sat there in place until they're interacted with. It's genius how they did it, where they can be broken apart, but those are actually floating skills. In other words, if you think of a environmental That skill is just a solid, and if you break that, that won't fall. Even though it's the same type of property damage as the stages, those have skills built in them, so when they hit, they fall down, they actually take damage. Like those are, they're skills. It's weird, but that's what they are. That is exactly what they are. Yeah. So that was a morning test, and now we know. I have to experiment, see what I can do to make this possible, where it can be. Well, nah, I think it would be better if both players or every player actually have the files. That way, one person won't be forced into playing a person who has mods. So I'm pretty sure that if I try to bring this skill, which I haven't, but try to bring this modded skill online without the other person having it, on their end, it might just turn into a firestorm. But on my end, I might be seeing like burning satellite, and they'll be getting hit by damage they thought they would be able to dodge, because on their end, it'll look like a firestorm. Yeah. Oh, good test. Good test. And that includes this stream for this morning.